Hi and welcome to another episode of Quick Word where we give you the headline features from our newsletter. This newsletter aims to connect and inform people that work with people about different health-related campaigns, events and resources in an uplifting and positive way. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands that were never ceded that we live, work and record upon. We pay our respects to elders past and present and to those who may be visiting our website or listening to our podcasts today. My name is Jennifer Farinella and I'll be talking you through what you will find in this month's Quick Word. Let's dive in. Quick Word starts with Q. This month's quote is, "Are you programmed or are you self-determined?" This quote is by Loretta J. Ross, who is an activist, public intellectual and professor. This month's useful fact. Produced by the Institute for Economics and Peace, the Global Peace Index is the world's leading measure of global peacefulness. This report presents the most comprehensive data-driven analysis to date on trends in peace, its economic value, and how to develop peaceful societies. The Global Peace Index covers 99.7% of the world's population and is calculated using 23 qualitative and quantitative indicators from highly respected sources and measures the state of peace across three domains: the level of societal safety and security, the extent of ongoing domestic and international conflict, and the degree of militarization. Find out more at economicsandpeace.org. This month's Instagram highlight. What's on our mind? When you think about a pleasurable sexual experience, what was so good about it? Was there good flow, intimacy, passion, communication, consent, condoms? That's great, but what about lube? Water-based lube is recommended because it's thin, slippery, compatible with all condoms and easy to clean up. It can be used during anal, vaginal, oral sex, or masturbation and sex toy play. Using lube reduces friction. Follow us on Instagram for more content like this. This month's campaigns and events. A World Where is a campaign aiming to drive Europe's global commitments on sexual and reproductive health and rights, including family planning to meet sustainable development goals, targets, advance gender equality and strengthen health systems. Their statement reads, "We are members of an interconnected society and what affects one of us affects all of us. Everyone in society has the right to live with dignity and we believe it is our collective responsibility to ensure we all do. Our fates are intertwined across the globe when it comes to the impact of climate change, conflict, economic collapses and pandemics. This is also the case when we lose rights and freedoms, especially bodily autonomy. Being denied the ability to make decisions about our health hurts our community and is damaging to everyone. On the other hand, protecting sexual and reproductive rights around the world is an act of love to protect and uphold the global society we are part of." Sexual and reproductive health and rights allows a world where people are healthier and happier and able to contribute, participate and act as agents of positive change in our society. A world where possibilities open up from securing the economic well-being of families and communities to bridging the gender equality gap and fighting for climate justice globally. We believe that our world is safer and healthier when we recognise our fates as shared. We acknowledge that the inequalities we experience today that lock people in a cycle of limited options were created by a patriarchal, capitalistic and colonial system. But we can redesign the systems and create a world where everyone benefits. We must work together to hold institutions and systems accountable for equitable policies, laws, and funding allocations that allow people the ability to live their own lives. In a world where everyone is equal regardless of gender or gender identity, race, disability, status, age, or religion. In a world where everyone has access to healthcare. In a world where we are all free. Find out more at countdown2030europe.org. This month's Know Your Websites. Trans.au is a community-led national directory of trans and gender diverse services. Trans.au was built to map out the services across Australia to assist with transitioning. Links to community groups are also in the directory, knowing that the support that is provided isn't just clinical, but also for friends met along the way. The directory has maps of each state as well as a national map to showcase the landscape of trans and gender diverse services and community groups. They are always looking for more services and community groups to list, so if something that you use doesn't show up, please let them know. Find out more at trans.au. This month's Who Are. Kind Hearts Illawarra operate an outreach program in McCabe Park, Wollongong, every Tuesday and Thursday night between 5:30 and 7 p.m. The outreach program has been going for over 8 years and was operating under another charity name, which ceased operation due to financial difficulties. Kind Hearts Illawarra derived from this and was formed in May 2017. They provide a friendly environment for those in need to seek assistance. They provide hot meals, drinks, food hampers, hygiene packs, towels, clothes, blankets, or maybe just a cuppa and a friendly chat. They also provide information of the various services that are available for those in need. They currently are helping 60 to 100 people at outreach each night. The type of people that seek out help more than likely have mental health issues, drug addictions, poverty, or have been a victim of domestic violence. They've also been told of more recent problems such as seniors being pushed out of their homes.
I think maybe reread that bit because I don't like the kind of people.
I know.
People who seek out this service include.
They currently are helping 60 to 100 people at outreach each night. The people that seek out help may have mental health issues, drug addictions, poverty, or have been a victim of domestic violence. They've also been told of more recent problems such as seniors being pushed out of their homes, people being left homeless, and marriage breakups, leaving one of the partners homeless. Find out more at kindheartsillawarra.com.au. This month's on the blog. As a team of women, allies and victim survivors, we've been impacted by recent events in Australia, and dare say many of our followers have been too, for a multitude of reasons around gendered violence. It's imperative to unequivocally express support for women who have experienced violence. Every victim survivor deserves empathy, validation, and access to resources to heal and rebuild their lives. As allies, we must actively listen to survivors' stories without judgment, believe their experience, and stand with them in solidarity. We would like to acknowledge and validate any feelings you may be having at this time. Recent events may seem overwhelming, triggering, alarming, challenging, or numbing. In our sphere of influence, we advocate for systemic change, challenge harmful attitudes and behaviours, and create safe spaces where we can all feel empowered to seek support and justice. It's part of our job to put our efforts into advocacy, but we acknowledge that it can be draining, and instead of leaning into it at this time, you may need to pull back. There will always be work to do in the advocating space, so the sustaining of self is key. We wrote this blog to carve out some safe space to reflect on what your needs are right now and how you can best look after yourself and your loved ones at this time. Read the whole blog at caddyshackproject.com. This month's resource. This audit is a validated risk assessment tool that will help you to determine whether your current drinking patterns are putting you at risk of experiencing harm from your drinking. On completion of the questionnaire, you will be provided with personalised feedback. Your answers and feedback are private and confidential and are not stored by the website upon completion. As part of the feedback, you will be provided with information and support options that may assist you to take steps towards reducing or stopping drinking. Find the audit at alcoholthinkagain.com.au. This month's diary dates. For all our upcoming webinar dates, check our website where you can register for free and also complete free online modules on sexual and reproductive health in your own time. You can read our monthly blog, find the map which shows you where to access free condoms at services who are part of the Condom Dispenser project in the Illawarra and Shoalhaven, and order a free bag of 144 condoms, now with lube as well, from PlaySafe New South Wales Health Australia. Thanks for listening to this episode of Caddyshack's Quick Word. We hope you learnt something, found a useful link, or can pass it on to a colleague, friend, or family member. You can find all the details on our homepage on the web at caddyshackproject.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram or check out our On the Couch podcast series. Until next time, peace, love, and protection.